Hey guys, welcome to the channel once again. This is Half-Race Concept right here, where we bring you the latest and updates. The latest updates on things happening around the globe, around the country, the continent, globally, internationally, and nationally. Bring you updates on incidents touching the Nigerian system, government, and things happening all around. Please do well to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and do well to hit the notification button as touching the situation of getting updates on our broadcast whenever we drop them. Alright, so today we're going to be looking at the pro-Biafra leader Nnamdi Kanu situation on ground. And the headline says, Buhari gets another blasting for statement on Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari gets another blasting statement on Nnamdi Kanu. My dear listeners, as we all know that the pro-Biafra agitator and person of Nnamdi Kanu has been one of the major frontiers as agitating for the freedom of the Biafra nation, which is constituting basically those in the southeast. And he has been fighting tenaciously for the freedom and for the independence of the Biafra nation, as he heads the team and the lead the people of the indigenous people of Biafra. Alright, so today President Buhari has been blasted for statements on Nnamdi Kanu. Let's look at the content today, my dear listeners. President Muhammadu Buhari has been berated for the reply he gives to the elders of the Igbo extraction who visited him in Aso Rock and demanded the release of the IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu's lawyer, Allah Ejimako, slammed the president for saying that an unconditional release of the leader of the outlawed IPOB currently standing trial runs contrary to the doctrine of separation of powers between the executive and judiciary. Alright, so from this statement we'll begin to realize that there is such a thing as the doctrine of separation of powers between the executive and the judiciary. And the three arms of government, we have the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. The executive arm of government are the ones that make laws regulated and they make sure laws are implemented. The legislative arm of government are responsible for the formulation of laws and order, while the judicial arm are the ones that see a balance and bringing about judgment, bringing about a clear description, explaining and defining what the law is supposed to be defined and met out judgment according to the law. And now the leaders, the elders of the Igbo extraction who visited President Muhammadu Buhari slammed the president for saying that an unconditional release of the leader of the outlawed IPOB currently standing trial runs contrary to the doctrine of separation of powers between the executive and the judiciary. Alright, recall that the highly respected Igbo greats led by the representative, it was led by a representative. The Igbo leaders went to Buhari, and they've been expecting a response. They've been expecting such a response from President Muhammadu Buhari, but now they found out that there is such a contradiction of the doctrine of the sharing of power between the executive and the judiciary, the separation. That is, the executive power form, the executive ways of implementing their power is different from the way the judiciary handle power. The highly respected Igbo greats led by First Republic parliamentarian and Minister of Aviation, Chief Mbazulike Amechi, had visited the president last week at the State House Abuja and requested him to secure the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari, in his response to the delegation, stated, "You have made an extremely difficult demand on me as a leader of this country. The implication of your request is very serious. In the last 6 years since I became president, nobody would say I have confronted or interfered in the work of the judiciary. God has spared you and given you a clear head at this age. with a very sharp memory. A lot of people half your age are confused already, but the demand you made is heavy. I will consider it. However, the president's reply didn't go down well with Kanu's chief counsel, who stated that according to Section 174 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the executive leader indeed has the power to call for the release of Kanu. All right, so as touching the Constitution, the president who is in charge of the executive arm, the executive leader has the power to call for the release of Kanu, with the judicial arm of government subjecting to it. According to Ripples Nigeria, Ejima in a Twitter post on Sunday morning stated that Section 174 of the Constitution says the Attorney General of the Federation shall have the power to discontinue any criminal proceedings instituted by him. The unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu lies with the executive, not the judiciary. It remains to be seen the president's reaction to the appeal made to him. All right, so according to the Constitution, it is very, very much possible that President Muhammadu Buhari has the power to call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and it is believed that the president is not interested, or he has taken time to delay the release of the man, even Nnamdi Kanu. My dear listeners, this is the very situation on ground. What do you think about this situation? What do you think as touching this? Do you think it is Buhari's joy to see Nnamdi Kanu suffer or still be in this scandal? Or do you believe he is staying clear of his ability? Or do you believe he's saying the truth as touching his inability to call for Nnamdi Kanu's release? All these I expect from you and your feedback and touching the situation right here. And I believe that the president, Mr. President, has an ability to be able to call for Nnamdi Kanu's release. He might just be trying to withdraw back or not trying to cause a stir in the nation or trying to be careful. But the leaders who went to see him await a response from President Muhammadu Buhari. Thank you for joining us in today's broadcast. Please subscribe if you haven't and turn on the notification button so as to get updates as touching our broadcast. Thank you. See you later. Bye.